going to get started in about 2 minutes. Thank you for your patience. Please hang around. We're going to go ahead and play this video for right now.
Rising interest rates, inflation, low inventory, and even commission shifts, it all adds up to uncertainty for buyers, sellers, and realtors alike. But top producing brokers and agents know how to cut through the noise. They focus on timing, action, and the local market. And that's where active intent marketing from soldsign.io gives them the edge. Imagine connecting with homeowners actively looking to sell, not someday, but this week. With soldsign.io, you'll access actionable leads, working groups, and expert webinars designed to keep you ahead of the market, all for about $6 a day. Only one agent per zip code gets the Sold Sign advantage. Don't wait. Claim your territory and turn fear into confidence today. Click Learn More to secure your spot and join the ranks of top producers in your area. Sold Sign. Invest wisely in your real estate practice.
I want to welcome you to the Sold Sign presentation, the #1 alternative to Zillow Premier Agent. We are real estate's optimal source for sales listing appointments. We operate through data, and we offer one agent per city exclusivity, which we'll get into. The reason why you're here is because we contacted you as a real estate professional that might be interested in getting recommendations and referrals for local sales listings and buyers representation. I've been in the business for about 21 years, primarily as an investor. I've worked for Coldwell Banker, Redfin, done a lot of work with lenders, and happy to tell you about something really brand new that's changing the real estate industry and helping smaller teams and professionals alike. We've got lots of great things to tell you. We're assuming that you are a real estate agent, broker, or in the realty business. You may be a mortgage provider or seller. You may be a brokerage trying to help a team. So this is designed specifically for you to grow your business. We're going to cover a number of pieces here. We're going to introduce you to Sold Sign. We're going to try and get this done in 30 minutes. We're going to help you understand what data referrals are, how to spot home sellers before they list so you can be first in the door. We're going to show you how our data is both credible and legally sourced. We're going to present a value proposition for you towards the end here. And in fact, we're going to give you an extreme special for your attendance today. We're going to look at briefly at Zillow and how we compare our active intent marketing for home sellers very favorably. We're going to go through a couple case studies, and then we're going to show you how to use Sold Sign leads. This isn't right for everybody, and we'll make sure at the end that during Q&A that we've covered everything. Okay, so basically, I got into this business because I was a home flipper, and I was looking for data to support sales. And in talking with a number of realtors that I've worked with, realized they don't really have access to a lot of data prior to listing. It's all about the MLS. So I've worked for almost a year now, developing with my company LeadForge and Last Second Media, an opportunity that I think is going to be right for about 100, maybe 150 realtors across the country, real estate agents too. So what we are is data folks that came a long time ago from Google. And I personally decided that we need to build a growth engine for the small local real estate agent. It's the same backbone that's used by large corporations. And I think if you understand, we're not a data broker, we're not a platform like Zillow or Moves, a Realtor.com or Redfin. We're not even a lead generation company. We're a tool builder. I think you'll understand what we're trying to do here. So the data that I'm about to show you comes from the Internet Advertising Bureau. It's used by Fortune 500 companies. It's credible. I can tell you more about the data, but I think you'll see how it works when we get into this. So the value proposition that we want to present today is, if I could get you in the door to a home seller much closer to the point of research? Could you automate your practice and build a process for getting listing appointments and closing them and then selling the home? Would that be of value? We're going to do that using some of the new artificial intelligence that's available, and really made incredible strides, and that we'd like to be able to bring to you. So the data that we're talking about is watching people on their internet visits, whether it's on the phone or on their big screen TV or on their laptop or at their office. They're spending time on the internet, and there's a key to this, which is called an MD5 record, and it's the anonymous tracking code for their behavior. And we use this to give you some amazing tools. So to do the growth engineering, we've tied together a number of databases that will allow you to output into traditional medias: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Google, MailChimp, KV Core, your CRM. We're going to get into this, but basically, if we can feed you good data in a timely fashion that doesn't take a lot of effort to put it together, you could probably put it on the street and put it to the benefit of your presentation. We've got some new folks that are joining us, and thank you. I hope everybody can hear me okay. If not, please put something in the Q&A or in the chat, and I'd be happy to reply. So what we're presenting here today is 2 bits of information that can have huge impact to you. So the first is we track the internet behavior of individuals, and then we add on a component on our identity map to further refine it. So you're seeing here a little spreadsheet. It shows some of the intent data. So Patricia Jones in 714 area code has done research in the last 6 days for residential real estate. She's also looked at brokers and agents in her area. Let's see what the question is. Here it is. Well, I am not seeing the questions. I apologize. I'll get back to you. I promise that we'll find that out. Here we go. Okay. So we have 2 bits of what we're offering for you, and it comes as a complete package. So what does it look like? So when someone goes on Zillow or on Redfin or clicks on Compass or Keller Williams or EXP or searches on Google or any of the other search platforms, list my house, sell my house, I need a realtor near me, I need to talk with a Redfin realtor. So that's intent data that says that they're interested in particular markets, which is they probably are home sellers. Now we're going to back that up with some other information. We then append that information with known database qualities of that individual. So do they own a house? Do they have a credit card? Have they moved recently? Have they gone to, have they changed jobs? What's their age? And we look at a wide variety of databases and then append it together. All in the background, you don't need to know any of this stuff. And I'm going to now show you what this means. We were just talking about Zillow, an example of how this helps. Zillow has a particular process, and I want to show you how we're a bit different. We're earlier. So right now, if you're in the market to sell your house, you'll probably start off on a Zillow, a Redfin, a Trulia, a Realtor.com. And the process is that you're going to get involved in looking at your current home value, and then you're going to look at other properties and once you figured out kind of what you can afford, then you're going to go back and find a real estate agent to help you sell your home, and a mortgage person to that transfer and that relocation, that upgrade or that downgrade, depending. Now, what's different in sold sign is that Zillow, if you probably have experiences from it buying leads, costs anywhere between $300 and $3,500 a month, depends on the zip code. It's non-exclusive. A lot of folks have explained that even on Zillow Flex, they're having to give away 70% with their broker of the commission for listing a property, just for that referral. And in the buyer side, it's equally as bad. We don't do it that way. Instead, we charge one flat fee. It's $2,000 right now per zip code. It's exclusive. Nobody else gets this data, and I'll go back and show you what the data looks like and how we derive it and how you can use it. That's the most specific thing here. Our stuff is only a portion to one party. So when we have an indicator that somebody's researching selling their home, we've also verified that they are a home owner. You don't ever see any data, and you're going to see some really neat contact forms and ways to use the data that Zillow just absolutely just can't touch, because we provide 3 emails, up to 3 phone numbers, not only the physical address and the zip plus 4, but a skip trace and things of that nature. So it's really high quality, exclusive leads. And I will get to your questions, I promise. What you can do with this data, and I'll show you what it looks like, is plug into lower cost, direct one-to-one relationships. I don't know if any of you folks have done direct mailing, and I'm going to show you an example here in my neighborhood. So I get lots and lots of direct mail postcards, and this one is from Corey. I've gotten 11 of these, one every month, and it's addressed to my address to a guy named Pedro Castaneda. And I'm sorry to say that Pedro died 5 years ago. Having good data can help you utilize an 83-cent postcard. That's how much it cost for Corey to send me this. You can use this and this data in a different way, because it's cleaner and it's less expensive to actually contact folks. So you can send every person that's indicated as a home seller in this program. You can upload your database easily. It takes 3.5 minutes to upload your database to Prospects Plus every week or every month, however often you want to do. And that's just one point of contact. You can call these folks. You can email them. I'm going to show you how to do an email newsletter. You can load your ads on Facebook and on Instagram. You can do stuff on Google. You can do native ads, display ads. You don't even need to know what this is, because we're going to train you. First out of the box is that we have, just like we contacted you, just like you came into our system, you're going to do that locally for home sellers. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So your new playground is going to be automatic. Once we get done, it's going to take a couple hours to show you how to do this stuff, but you're going to be able to take this data and contact only home sellers now, not a broad reach, only those people in your zip code that have researched in the last 6 days a desire to sell their home, or they're doing research. You can do this on YouTube. You can do this on Spotify. You can do this on Instagram. You can do this on Facebook. And I will show you, once you're a member, how to load this stuff. It's inexpensive, and I'll show you actually what the pricing looks like in a little bit. So let's look at the value proposition for this opportunity. We're going to get through this pretty quick. So by loading your, let's just say, take a typical example. I'm going to offer you 2,400 leads for about $2,000 a year, about 83 cents a piece. You're going to load those into your email newsletter. You're going to load those into your CRM. So if you have KV Core, or if you have Follow Up Boss, or MailChimp, you're going to go ahead and load this stuff up, and you're going to have a process for contacting every individual. First through maybe a phone call, maybe your virtual agent calls them. You're going to load a specific message or an ad on Facebook and Instagram. You're going to maybe text them your next garage sale or your next open house. You're going to have an email newsletter. We're going to set you up with Beehive. It does cold email extremely well. And in fact, this is how we found you. We're going to give you the contact for that individual if they're on LinkedIn. So you'll have the handle for that individual. You can reach them at work. You can target your blog and notifications, a whole variety of ways. But basically what it comes down to, a more direct contact with these individuals with impressions that get upwards of 400,000 impressions a year for your farm. It's huge. And it's going to cost you a total of maybe $28,000 a year for all in, including a virtual agent and the data. So if you could invest, say, $26,951 in your marketing and generate 27 closings, would you earn upwards of $233,000 a year? The value proposition is in return of your time, because we're automating your marketing so that it gets it down to maybe 100 hours a year total. And your pay will go up. And more importantly, you'll have equity in your territory because your process is exclusive to you. Let's give another example. Let's say you wanted to go a little bit higher. Right here, we're showing the average household retail value of about $426,000. You'd list at 426 grand. I'm sure many of you have sold properties at much higher fees, but that's the average for the United States. What if it was 6.25? That's a typical, say, Washington State valuation. We're talking about the same number of process, but we're going to actually do one thing. We're going to actually go from 2 zip codes to 4. So it's a larger farm, but it's the same amount of work. You're going to have to create a newsletter. Say you're in Tacoma. You're going to create the Tacoma email newsletter. You're going to write it maybe once a month. And you're going to repost it on LinkedIn. And you're going to reuse that same content on your blog. And these impressions that come across will rise, but with not an incredible amount of work. We're talking about maybe 800,000 impressions on 4 zip codes. Total cost in $4,000 right now. That's for the data. Overall, you're going to spend maybe, in this example, maybe 55 grand. You're going to net $365,000. Now, I'll go through this with you individually. I'm sure you have questions, and I promise I'll get back to every one of you on your questions. I just want to speed through this. In this particular example, it would be 34 transactions, seller listings. Now, one of the things that we're going to talk about later is that this is shown at a 2.5% net commission. Some may be lower. You may only be getting 2%. You may have a higher split with your broker. However, what's not figured in here is what you are currently doing right now. Every person that you meet, every person that you have a call with, a listing appointment, has 2 opportunities. I call it a double deal. In my particular case, if I was to sell my house and you got my listing, you would either represent me in my future location for the purchase, or more likely get a referral fee for recommending me to the best agent there is in my future town for relocation. That's a double deal. Same thing with a vacation home. If I was selling this property and maybe or had considered pulling equity out, and that's how you found me. Sorry, I don't think I'm going to move, but can you help me find a place in Lake Arrowhead? Well, you just got a double commission. We did a team. It was in San Diego. They bought 7 zip codes. And the net effect was they put this plan in place. They created their own newsletter for the location that they're in. It's high-end luxury homes, about 900,000 to 1.4 million. And they were able to instantly get results in the first 6 days of their process. Pretty amazing. But there's another better example. So I don't know if you folks have seen a TV show called $1 Million Listing. A guy named Josh Altman is one of the stars. He invested heavily into a new company called Ready, and you may have been presented to them. Their presentation is realtors will offer several $1,000s for your listing ahead of the listing. It works. Not recommending it. So Ready had to fulfill a number of inquiries for all of their agents because they had brought in a whole bunch of agents and promised them that they had listings. So they came to us, and every place in the United States that we did not have an agent, we offered them the home seller referral. So if we had it unsold, they got it. They did a massive test, and they cut their Facebook advertising cost per thousand in half using this targeted audience, in half. And for them, they were spending $300,000 a month on Facebook. So we saved them $150,000 a month and had more effective advertising for them. I want to give that to the next agent that can sign up with us. So we've had about a year into this business. We're getting a lot more traction of late. We're real. You're going to be able to contact me directly. We're not going anywhere. And honestly, this is a long-term play. I don't have shareholders to answer to. I have you to answer to. So we have a number of testimonials, but we don't give them out publicly because I wouldn't want to bother you as a new customer with anything more than building your practice. We're going to show you how to predict who's going to be in market, who's going to be a home seller. We showed you how you can target active home sellers exclusively, not just in your territory, but you get them before Zillow. We're going to shorten the sales cycle so that you spend less time discovering home sellers and more time in sales appointments. You're going to spend time with qualified double deals where you can, and you're just basically going to grow your arms. You're going to grow a new set of arms. You, your sales team, maybe a virtual assistant. You're going to improve your marketing efficiency, and basically, we're going to help you nurture clients in your sleep. What does this cost? What's the value proposition? So right now, you can go on soldsign.com, soldsign.io, excuse me, and you can get one of two packages. It's club membership, free data. So there's only one fee. It's as little as $200 a month. You can even break that down into a monthly payment. It's either quarterly or annual. If you buy the annual, you buy the exclusive for your zip code. We give you a second zip code for free. It's 2,400 home seller leads. It's about $83, $84 per zip code per month. $84. Now, you're probably not going to see this forever. I'm going to ask that if you want to take advantage of this, do it now. If we talk in a month, I can't say that this is going to be around. This is nearly at cost. But we're trying to build a network. And what do you get for that? So you get the data. You get the behavior data. You get the identity map access. And every Sunday, we send you a minimum of 25 home seller leads or data referrals, whatever you want to call them, direct to you, direct to your inbox. Every Friday, we hold open office hours and we teach the systems. So you get to spend an hour or 2 hours with me in group, overcoming any concerns you have, any problems you're having. We put our research team on something we can't answer right then and there. It's a Zoom call. You don't have to appear. And in addition to that, we have a private onboarding for every new club member.
Well, and here's the webinar special. Act now and get $2,000 in free leads, plus a bonus zip code exclusive to you on your annual membership. Plus, if you act today during the webinar, we'll also give you a free trial of the Beehive email newsletter. It's cheaper than postcards and proven to deliver 3,600% ROI for agents.
We're going to go into Q&A here. I'm just going to finish out with one slide that I know that you folks are going to want to know about, is how does this data get into your systems? And that's what we're going to be training you. I'm going to see if I can get into my Q&A here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're going to go through the questions now. Let's see if there's anything more here. Each zip code is 2K, right? So right now, a zip code costs $2,000 for the club membership. Data is included. Right now, we're running a special, so it's actually $1,000 per zip code. It's a BOGO, buy one get one free. So hopefully that answers the question. So in picking your zip codes, I will work with you and would ask that you probably want to go with either the highest median value zip code, in other words, homes are selling for the highest price, or they have the greatest quantity of sales. So if I had to choose between, say, 10 zip codes near me and I only wanted to find 2, I would first look at the number of households, single family residences, or condos, depending. Then I would look at, in choosing my primary zip code, where the farm is. You already know where your business is and where you want it to be, what your neighborhood is. And I would recommend picking a second zip code or third and fourth zip code that was concentric, that was closer in, because you don't want to be driving, say, from Temecula, California, all the way down to San Diego because you wanted to work in La Jolla one day. It's an hour each way. You'll never be able to go to all your sales appointments. You'll never be able to go to your open houses. It'd be a nightmare. So pick 2 in the farm that you like. 92592 here in Temecula and 92591 on the other side of the freeway, Golden. They have each has over 20,000 households, single family residences in it. And there are about 110 transactions in between those 2 zip codes each month, maybe 90, depending on the time. So that's how I would pick my zip codes. And by the way, if you're ready to buy, all you do is you go to sold sign, go to the top right, it says club membership, click on that and pick the annual version. It'll take you right through, and I will be verifying this and getting you started right away. Okay. Is there any guarantee the leads won't be repeated? No. If you actually want repeats, because that shows higher interest, right? So we over deliver. I promise 25 leads. It's usually 31 per zip code, just in case there's some spillover. But the average can be as high as 40 or as low as 25. So you're guaranteed 1,200 leads. If my next door neighbor goes on Zillow right now and starts looking for a realtor, it is likely actually that they're going to be still looking in 3 weeks. And so if I get another indication that they're still there, you want to make sure that they're covered and that you've done all you can to get in the door for your sales appointment for Lidas. Well, that's all the questions in here. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, I'm going to ask you to go to soldsign.io, and we're going to teach you next time we meet after you've purchased your club membership, how to do internet marketing as a small realtor, and how to spot home sellers that are ready to sell. Thank you very much for joining us. I will be continuing our newsletter. It goes out at least every week. It's got some really neat tidbits. There's some new stuff that's just come in from Realty News that we just have an exclusive on. Basically, we're seeing that agents that are successful, that have built a process, are gaining market share over the beginners. As much as 42% of new home listings, single family residence listings, are coming from people that already do 80% of the market share. So we're here to help you. We're here to get you up to speed and in a competitive stance that you could be in this. And if we do our job right, we'd love for you to make $325 next year in commissions net. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you soon. Right now, we're offering an unprecedented price of just $83.50 per month per zip code. This includes a free trial of our Beehive newsletter with 3,200% ROI. membership in the Sold Sign Academy, teaching 15 new ways to monetize your active intent data. Of course, you'll also get 0% referral commissions on all the homeowners we recommend as ready to sell. And if you act in the next 24 hours, we'll give you an exclusive second zip code to call your own. That's a free second zip code and 1,200 extra leads for less than $6 a day.
We empower businesses by providing them with a clear and exclusive advantage in their market. Our innovative platform allows you to see exactly who's showing interest in the products or services you offer, giving you the ability to act first and stay ahead of your competition. Using cutting-edge and fully compliant technology, we analyze online activity in your area, identifying behaviors that signal strong intent to engage with a real estate agent. Our early partners are already experiencing incredible results, calling SoldSign one of their most valuable tools for discovering new customers and driving growth. What sets us apart is exclusivity. We partner with only one business per zip code, ensuring that the insights we provide are yours alone. No competition from others using the same data, just you with a unique advantage that will elevate your real estate practice above the rest. This game-changing opportunity is offered at a low quarterly or annual fee, making it accessible to forward-thinking realtors. Zip codes are secured on a first-come, first-served basis, so don't wait. Check if your area is still available and join the Sold Sign system today. Take control of your market with confidence and start dominating your competition with Sold Sign. Sold Sign. Invest wisely in your real estate practice.